We're in disco time. Good morning.
Hey, you gotta get started with something in the morning, whatever
Yeah.
works, right? I know I love it when I'm driving to an appointment. I'll definitely put on this song because it's a nice song to get you, get your vibe going, right?
Yes.
It really
Who
is.
doesn't love Michael Jackson? Come on, come on.
Yeah. Michael Jackson. Yeah.
Everybody, how are you guys? It's been a week already. Can you believe it?
No,
My
gone by
gosh.
so fast.
Yes, the
Yeah.
times zoom by.
I forgot what month I was in. I was like, wait, am I in April still?
You know what? It's funny because a lot of, well, in the beginning, not so much anymore, but for a long time, I was like, what day is it? I was so confused, but because we're doing the trainings, everything else, or like, okay, I have to be a little bit more on top of the days. But yeah, it does get pretty, you're absent-minded kind of thing.
I had a dream the other day that that it was October and I had missed one of my friend's birthdays, and I've never missed her birthday. And then I woke up thinking it was October. I'm like, oh my god, I missed her birthday, and no, it's not October. So like,
Yeah. So we wanted to talk to you guys. First off, we always start our segment with, with how the market's doing. Real estate is, everybody wants to know what's going on, what's going to happen. There's people on the fence. There's other people who are just running with it. Everyone just has a different, a vision, on what it is that they're trying to accomplish. But, from what we're seeing at our, from our standpoint, homes are selling. The market is strong. Rates are phenomenal. Honestly, like rates are great. Definitely reach out if you guys have any questions. Even if you bought a year ago, you can probably save some money on whatever it was, just depending on your situation, of course. But in Chino, just to give you guys an update, so right now, currently, there's 33 active listings on the market. In the last 30 days, there's been 30 homes that have been listed, which is good. That shows us that the market's still moving forward. There's 38 homes that are currently in escrow. So there's 38 buyers, that are making their dreams come true. 32 people closed. This is within the last 30 days. So 32 people are now homeowners and in their new home. They didn't let anything stop them. So life is still moving forward. And the average list price is a 562, whereas the average sales price is 532, which that tells you there is some negotiability in the pricing, which is great for buyers. And like I said, sellers right now are a little bit more open to negotiating with you and helping you with additional incentives. So if you're, thinking about it, but you're not sure, you want to wait, we're seeing that the prices are going to increase. That's the projection. They actually have stabilized from a year ago. So nothing has really changed, to be honest. They're down very, very minimal. So I mean, there's not going to be this huge reduction where, a lot of people were projecting. So if you're not sure, you want more information, reach out to one of us and we'll be happy to guide you to see if it's the right time for you. Because again, everybody's circumstances and, are in situations are different. So most homes are selling within 33 days, which is great. That's a good time. And to be honest, right now there's multiple offers on the homes. And they're actually, in our particular circumstances, have been selling actually within the first, 7 to 10 days. That's what we're seeing. So, the market is moving pretty quickly. So what about your area, Brenda?
My area, I mean, honestly, it moves so quick. I check my area daily, just because I like to keep track of it and I look at it every day. But yeah, our area is like minimum of maximum of like 10 days on the market before it goes pending. It's crazy. I mean, the way that things are going, I have a few buyers right now that we go to see multiple properties, and every single one of the properties they like, they have multiple offers. And I don't know if it's the price point or if it's, if it's the type of home or the area. I have no idea, but literally everywhere I'm going is the same situation.
Good morning.
Good
Morning, Leah.
Good morning.
So in my area, which is Highland, I choose zip code 92346.
Good morning.
We had active listings. Good morning, Katie. 85 active listings on the market, 57 new listings last month, and then 33 of them which became new homeowners. And then again, 10 days on the market is an average. But from my looks of it, like I see it 2-3 days in and it's already pending. So homes are moving really quick. The inventory is not as available as we probably needed, as I'm a buyer's agent mainly. And I work with a lot of buyers, and the inventory for what they're looking for or what they need within their range, it's hard. It's to find what they need is so hard. So if you own a home that you want to sell,
And you're
please reach out to us, because I'm serious. Like my buyer that I've had for like, I don't even know, 4 months, and they've been looking for a specific type of home. And again, they either find it and it's way overpriced on their according to their budget, or it's just not there. You know, the amount of bedrooms or the price. It's just, they need more homes out there.
Morning, Josie.
Good morning, Josie.
Good morning, Josie.
Yeah, and I'm looking at your average days on market, and wow, it's 10 days in there. So that goes to show you, like I said, there's definitely a lot of buyers that are still interested and you know, and looking to, you know, to move. And so I mean, it's great. The calls that we're getting to, you know, there is people skeptical, and just because they don't know, you know, they're watching the news, they're seeing social media, so they're not sure, like, you know, what the facts are, what's really going on. Is this now a good time? Is it not? Right. I remember in March, you know, March 13th, Friday the 13th, when everything, you know, we were basically told the sky was falling and, you know, go into your homes and don't come out. At that point, everybody was saying, gosh, you know what? Prices are going to drop like 30%. So everybody back out. You know, that was kind of what we were hearing.
Mm-hmm.
And we didn't see that. You know, we just didn't see that because it just seemed like, you know, yes, unfortunately, some people lost their jobs, or some people, you know, got laid off, but the vast majority were still working, you know, we're still out there, you know, hustling. And a lot of them made it, like I said, made them realize a lot of things, that they wanted to be a homeowner, that they wanted to actually be in the home, you know, the home of, you know, that maybe they weren't in the right home. So, I mean, I think a lot of realizations were made at that time.
Yeah.
So,
yeah, but I do want to comment just before we go into somebody else's area. I have been getting a few calls from buyers that are working with other agents or have been working with other agents, and as realtors, I think we owe our clients a service, right? We owe them a level of respect as well as clients, because they're reaching out to you because they trust you, or whatever reason they met you, they trust working with you. And then to kind of blow them off, the calls that I'm getting, I've gotten 2 buyers with the same situation where they get an agent that tells them, you know what, we're not showing houses right now, real estate's on hold, we're not working. Why, as an agent, would you say that to your client? I mean, to each its own, but you're not doing yourself any good. And as realtors, it makes us all look bad, because then it makes you feel like, okay, you know, like you're giving us a bad rap. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
If you don't want to work, say, you know what, for my own personal family, this is my choice. Let me pair you up with somebody that is full-time working, you know, because there are agents that are working full-time. And I think that when you call as a consumer and you call somebody that you think is going to help you, and they're not in that mindset to work, or they just can't because maybe they have kids at home and they can't leave them, that's okay. But as an agent, pair your client with somebody that is working full-time, so that they don't feel like you just, oh, I'm sorry, you're not, you know, important enough. Like, let's talk in 6 months. It doesn't work that way. You know, like it just makes us all look like, what are we doing? So,
you know, at the end of the day, they lose. And I get it. You know, everybody's different when it comes to that. I mean, believe me, the minute they're like, okay, you can't go to work anymore, stay home, no more open houses. You know, you just have to, you know, okay, let's see, how can we, you know, change up and figure out how to accomplish the same goals, maybe by doing different things. Because you can, you know, like there's different ways to get to LA. You know, you can take the 10, you can take the 60, you know, you can take alternate routes. And it's kind of the same thing. You just have to find what other ways could you accomplish,
Right.
the transaction.
Right.
So I think it's so easy for a lot of us to say, you know what, this is a break. Let's take time off and enjoy our home. But the thing is it's so easy to create bad habits. It's so easy to create bad habits. So I struggled myself because it's like, okay, do I take 2 weeks off and just, slow down for a little bit and just enjoy basically this time off where we don't literally have to be running from, A to B, or do I keep going and investing in my clients and my, in my business? So it's a decision that you have to make, as an entrepreneur, as a business owner. You have to decide how you're going to run your business. And unfortunately, not everybody looks that far, and again, a client's needs may not be suited for your timing either. So they may be, wanting to run with it and you're not, you want to take time off. So they're not a match for you. So like you said, they're going to find someone who is as aggressive and motivated and hardworking, not someone who's ready to work whenever they feel like it, So what about you, Catherine? How's how's Redlands?
Redlands? Okay. It's going good. Good morning, Eva. How are you? I just sold a property in Redlands, so I know firsthand, and it's actually several. And it's going very well. The month of April went really well. There was 128 active listings the whole month. Total new active listings that month was 65. The homes sold was 62, and average days on the market were 18. So
wow, it's also good. Yeah,
quick. A lot. And Redlands is a hot area, especially the south area of Redlands. They built it up quite a bit downtown, and so it's really a desirable area for a lot of people to live. It's like a home, like a small town feel, but you have everything you need there. There's all the amenities, the mall that just opened up. There's lots of things to do out there. So things are still going over there, and then the average price over there is $428. So it's still good and competitive and reasonable for a lot of people to live out there as well, because it's not too high, but yet, they do have some good pockets of areas that are actually more expensive, I should say, more pricey, but beautiful. So yes, it's still moving. Things are still clicking. It's still on, forward motion. Everything's going good. So yeah, it's still there. 18 days on the market. That's pretty good. So
yeah. And definitely, this girl cooks some good meals. Let me tell you something really quick. So
wait,
Eva is vegan, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
I'm not good with all that. Vega. Eva. I call you Vega. Eva. Yeah, so I believe she's vegan, so she doesn't eat any type of meat. So she'll bring in her lasagna with plant-based meat, her chili. Oh my gosh.
Chili is amazing.
Amazing. Honestly, if you didn't know, you wouldn't know.
No.
I was a little like, I don't know if I want to try that because, of course I've never had it. But honestly, you would never tell the difference. If she wouldn't say anything, you wouldn't know. So thank you so much. I mean, your food is amazing.
I was waiting for those, what was it? What is it? Was it tequila or vodka strawberries that she was going to make?
Yes, she was.
We
were so sad.
Yeah, we're going to definitely make up for those. We're going to definitely make up for those. That's for sure. We will. So, so that's good. So, how was your Mother's Day? How was your guys' Mother's Day?
Who wants to start?
Awesome.
Go ahead, Catherine.
Okay. It was good. I had my kids that day, well, because the weekend's normally with their dad, but Sunday I had them pretty much all day, and we went to my sister's house and met my mom there, had brunch, then went to my other sister's house, and just kind of like made my rounds, and it was fun. And my kids, they made me a plaque. Well, no, I don't want to say plaque, but one of those styrofoam boards. And then it says like Happy Mother's Day, and then they each wrote like a little like something about me or whatever. And then the best thing. Oh, one got me sandals. I needed some sandals. And then another one, she made me, they all made me chocolate covered strawberries. If anybody knows me, that is my favorite. It wins me over every time. Bring me white chocolate covered strawberries. I gotta be specific. But yeah, they made them for me and ate half of them. So, it is what it is. But yeah, but they were good. And I was like shocked that they took the time. And mind you, they did this at their dad's house because I had no clue. It wasn't here. So I was actually impressed that my ex helped and like to facilitate that for me. So that was nice. It was a little nice gesture for.
That is really nice.
Yeah, I was really, really shocked that they did that. And I was just really thankful because, they're little. They don't have jobs yet. So, but I mean, it was a thought for sure. I was really appreciative. It was nice. Really nice.
Really nice.
What about you,
What about
Jessica?
you, Brenda?
Oh.
Me? Well, I didn't have really amazing.
What did Louis do for you?
I'm sorry?
I said, what did Louis do for you?
Louis? Oh my God, no. He's insane. I can't with him. He's so funny. But he's just a puppy. He gets into everything. He puts everything in his mouth. He's crazy. But
Hi, good morning.
Hello.
Good morning.
For Mother's Day, my sister actually bakes, and she's been getting really busy, and she had 7 orders of cakes for that day. So I was being a good sister. I bought her, for Mother's Day, I bought her a turntable for her to make it easier for her to do the cakes. I gave it to her to do and for that day, and so she knocked them out like super fast. I helped her deliver it. We made one for my mom and like our neighbors, stuff like that. But it was really nice. I delivered some flowers to a friend of mine that's pregnant, so it's her first Mother's Day, and she was a little sad that it was, in quarantine. So I went down to her house and I delivered some roses to her, and yeah, we just had like a quiet Mother's Day. It was really nice though. My mom definitely had fun. I think the experience, this has changed it a little bit, where we kind of value spending time together a little bit more.
Mm-hmm.
So it was really nice.
Nice. Good.
What about you?
So usually Mother's Day, I like to get everybody together and do a family thing. So to me, this Mother's Day was completely like I felt like we were doing a disservice to our moms for not, And my mom's so used to it, so she's like, "Are we getting together? Like, whose house are we going to?" I'm like, "Mom, we can't do that. Like, not everybody wants to, get together." And I said, we could set up tables like 6 feet apart, and so we didn't. I ended up just going to my parents to have food and just hang out for a little bit. We were there for maybe 2 hours, and we were outside, and then we went over to my in-laws' house and also outside, and that was pretty much it. It was pretty quiet. Didn't really do anything else. Nothing crazy, but it was good.
Yeah, you know what? Like you guys said, it wasn't, the typical Mother's Day that it usually is, but I think at the end of the day, we're all healthy and blessed. So I think that's what obviously primarily matters. But for us, we just, for me, it's hard just to sit on the couch. I can't. It's just really hard. I have to continue to move and do stuff. But I was able to just relax and, take my time and just enjoy the day. And, between my daughter and Francisco, it was like, all the food and baking and everything else. It was like, okay, yeah, I really can't get off the couch now. So it was a nice day. It really was. It was a nice day. We started watching a new show, and so I was like all into it. We finished watching season 2 of Dead to Me, and then we started watching another show, which is actually pretty cool. It's a good show too. So just try to take advantage of that when I'm able to. So it was
Mhm.
it was actually really nice. Thank you so much, Anthony.
Thank you,
Thank
Anthony.
you, Anthony.
Thank you, Anthony.
It's not ever belated because we're still mothers today,
All year.
all year, every day, all day.
We accept gifts all year.
Yeah, exactly. There's no such
Hey, we're
thing
on
as-
call 24/7.
yeah. And you know what? It's funny
That's
because sometimes people will say, "Oh, I don't like this or I don't like that." Just get it for them. They'll appreciate it. They'll enjoy it, even if they say that they don't
That's
want it.
so hard though. Okay, I have a mom. She has everything under the sun, but she's not a jewelry person. She's not a clothing person. So like if I get her something, she won't wear it. Like we've tried to get her like mom necklaces and stuff like that. She's just not a jewelry person. So I'm like, it'll just sit in her closet somewhere and then collect dust. And I'm like,
You
why?
know what? For
That's
stuff like that, I
I'll just
mean,
buy for her.
Get her something
Yeah.
sentimental,
Yes, sentimental.
something
Or
personalized.
things she
maybe,
can't
maybe
return.
photos or something like that. But honestly, for people like that, I like usually it's like I'll wash your car and have it detailed, and I'll fill up your
My
gas.
brother
Like,
did that. I was like, shit. Dude.
I would be happy with that. It's like, you know what I'm saying?
I
It's like
agree.
those
No,
are
for
things
sure.
I'm gonna have to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are things I'm gonna have to do. So if someone's gonna, do it for me, then I'm all for it. For sure.
Yeah.
Do things that are like that she's gonna have to go to or something like that, because I have the same problem. My mom is not a jewelry person, she's not a food person, she's not a clothes person, she's not a shoe person, and I'm just like, what do I get you? You
Yeah.
are so frustrating. So what we would do we would buy her things and then she would return them, and we're like, why
My
are you
mom
returning?
does that too.
It's too much money. And so what we would
Yeah,
do
yeah.
is we would get her gift certificates.
What she
Yeah.
always says too, she'll say, "Oh, I know everyone's struggling right now because of the COVID." thing." And I'm like, "No, we're not struggling." I'm like, Don't tell me that. Don't tell me that."
Yes, my mom's the same way.
Yeah.
I'm like,
My
"Mom,
mom's the
I'm
same way.
good. Like, what do you want?" It's so frustrating.
Yeah, we got her a spa package, I think one year, and like she had to go.
nice.
So like
Well, we
there
were
was no
supposed to do
refund.
something at Glen Ivy for Mother's Day, but obviously that
Mhm.
isn't
Who
happening.
recommended Designated
Emma, I
Survivor?
love that show. I
Oh,
love
I've never seen it,
Yeah,
so
it.
you're
great.
welcome.
It's a great show. Yeah,
That's a good show.
that is
You
one
learn a lot too
for
about
sure.
government and everything. It's
Mhm.
good.
It's a good show.
Really?
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have to watch it. It's good. I think isn't there 3 seasons, right? I haven't
I think this is season 4.
one. I haven't gone on to the next ones. I just haven't
Oh
had
yeah, no, I'm like to the episode. I'm
It's good though. Don't tell me nothing, Brenda. I don't want to know.
I'm
I
not
know.
talking about
I
it.
don't want to know. I don't know who's that one agent? I forgot his name. Fudge. The one I always think because they always have twists at the ends where they're the bad guys, and they
Uh-huh.
were.
I'm not talking about it.
I have a feeling
I'm
that
not going there.
yeah. Anyway,
How
Side-
funny.
That's a good
That's
show. You should definitely watch it. If you're looking for a show to watch and you like something that keeps you suspense, I would say it's a suspense show. It's a pretty good one, I would say.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I don't know if you guys ever saw 24. Did you guys ever watch the series 24? It's an older one. It had like 8 seasons, but it was with Kiefer Sutherland, and he was an undercover agent, and he like every episode kept you engaged. This
That's
same
good.
type
That's
of
a good show.
yeah.
But I think
Yeah.
Designated Survivor kind of resonates with our daily kind of like with the
Yeah.
politics and stuff. So I think it kind of makes you feel like, oh my God, is this really going to happen in life? Like, are we really
Yeah.
in that
Yeah.
direction? Doesn't it, Catherine? Like it
does.
really like makes you feel like this is what we're headed towards. This is what's going to happen. You
Yeah,
know?
because it's kind of it's believable.
Mhm.
Yeah.
For sure.
So, we're all about good vibes. Absolutely. No positive,
Yeah.
no negative vibes for sure. But what are your guys' thoughts on, phase 2? We're opening up slowly. You know, I'm getting mixed messages, you know, from different people that I communicate with. What are your guys' take on that?
I mean, my honest opinion, I think that what have we changed in the last 3 months? Nothing. I mean, nothing was created. Nothing, you know, there's no vaccine, there's no medicine for it. Like, what is it different from now than it was in March? Like, you know what I mean? So to me, it's like, we're just going to go back to a second phase of this and then back into quarantine again. And you know what I mean? Like, it's just, we're just going to go backwards again. So I think that, yeah, I want things to open. I hate this, like, you know, anti-social life.
Yes.
And I want to go back to my regular routine at the same time. But at the same time, like, I have a lot of family that's like a higher risk or elderly, or, you know what I mean? And I would hate for this to just kind of go on to its regular life per se, to the new standards, but yet nothing's there in place of it to protect us. So I think the ones that are not as high risk, I don't think we see it as, because at first I was like, what's the big deal? Like, let's just open all this up. Like, who cares? We're all going to get sick at one time. It's just like the flu. And then you started seeing like all these cases, and my uncle got it, and then his wife got it, and that she's intubated right now. And so now I'm like, oh my God, like, okay, maybe this is not, you know, so it's, I don't know. I think everybody has different perspectives.
I think when you've been directly affected or you see it, I think maybe you have a different perspective.
Yeah.
As to when me and Catherine actually went on a listing appointment last week, and the first thing that people said is, do you know anyone who has had it? Do you know anyone? And then we're like, no. And then they're like, see, we don't either. So they're like, we don't believe in it. So, I mean, and I get that. It's kind of like the boogeyman. Is he real? Is he not real? You know, if you see him,
He ain't real.
you know, you're like, he's real, or like La Llorona, you know, they talk about her. It's like,
I wish it was that
they've seen her.
Yeah.
Honestly, some people swear that they've seen her, and then others are like, no, it's not real. So, I mean, obviously, some people's lives, people are, you know, are dying, but there's so much more to it. And like I said, that's not for really, I don't want to get into that, because to me, everybody respect your opinions, to each your own. Your life, you do whatever you feel is, you know, good for you and your family. You know, that's the bottom.
I think for our economy, I think it's great that it's reopening slowly, phases and stuff. I mean, we all need it. We all need our nails done, our hair, you know, like, but for the economy, yes, I think that, you know, we all need a job. We all need money to survive. And so I think it's a good thing. But I mean, if it's as bad as they put it out to be, then yeah, I think they need to come up with some medicine soon, or a vaccine or something.
Yeah. So Eva says, you know, and I think that's true, because some of my clients who are registered nurses are the ones that are telling me, stay home as much as you can, Sonia. Don't put yourself at risk. And I guess it's because, like, they're frontliners. They're in, you know, they're in it. They're in the trenches every day. They see it. So it is, I think, you know, if God forbid something were to happen, I think, you know, obviously, you know, it's going to be like, oh shoot, you know. So I like I said, just be cautious. And we are still taking every precaution. You know, we're still social distancing. You know, we're, you know, washing our hands. You know, I don't know if you guys seen that meme where it's like, I wash my hands so much I see my test scores or my cheat notes from high school. So I think we're trying to do that as much as, I think we're more, you know, mindful of those things. But, you know, you still have people, you know, when you go and you meet them, they're like, hey, and then you're like, oh, wait, because you're just so used to that, you know. So the norm is like, okay, fist pump now, you know. So, but yeah, like I said, I just, you know, I know that, like, you know, so obviously a lot of the small businesses are suffering. And, you know, there's some commercial agents that we've spoken to that are saying that some businesses are just not going to reopen because they just don't have the means, you know, to reopen. Once it's even time to reopen, they're just past, you know, their ability to do that. So definitely, if we go past June 1st for some of these small businesses, it's going to have, you know, definitely a direct effect on their business. So we're all supporting our small businesses. So, and that's another thing too. So if you do have a small business, you know, it's important for you to market your business. Right now, social media is huge. Yeah, you can't open, I mean, depending on what your business is. I mean, there is alternate ways of conducting business. So it's just, it's just, you know, it's important to basically think outside the box. And if you don't have that ability, because some people just don't, they're not creative, they don't, you know, they really don't know. Then, you know, reach out to someone who can maybe give you some ideas, you know, or maybe help you, you know, collaborate with someone or something. You get some more ideas.
For sure. I think that's like, obviously a lot of, you know, businesses, especially the small businesses, they need to think outside the box. And the ones that were already thinking that way have had a jump start to that. But there are older, you know, people that are in the small business community that don't know social media and they don't use that. They rely simply on their business being open and their clientele coming in and out. So it's really crucial that, you know, if you are a small business owner, that you do get on the bandwagon and hire someone to help you with your social media or your website or whatever it is that you need to expand your business, because right now, like, it's very crucial at this time for you to do that, to stay above, you know, sinking because of everything going on. But that's my
and in regards to Soup Plantation closing, they should have closed a long time ago.
What? I love that place.
Eva's gonna unfriend you.
I'm just kidding.
No, I'm with you. I love that place.
How could you love that place?
I've been there.
I love it.
That place,
that just means
the food is not fresh. It's frozen.
Yes.
So you're not missing anything.
We're gonna have to take you to some real good places.
Okay, you're right. I mean, the food isn't the greatest, but you can't. It's hard to find like those places where you just get like salad and soups and like stuff like that. And I love that. I love salads. I love soups.
Are you kidding me, Jessica? You can go to any restaurant. Nowadays they have a variety of salads.
It's not the same experience.
No, but I'm talking about, you can go to BJ's. They have they have a ahi tuna salad that is the bomb. They have great salad. They have their, you know, the
I'm like,
tomato and mozzarella. They have everything.
And your round table pizza is not. You can't hide that from me, girl. I know. I know you go there.
Okay, I do. But that's what I'm saying though. Like, there's not really places where, see, Eva knows. Thank you, Eva. It's different. You can't go and make your own salad. I'm not gonna go in the kitchen of BJ's and be like,
oh, I know what you're saying. To make your own salad?
Yes.
If you want to make your own salad, then you make it at home. When you go out to eat, you go to be served.
I'm down for dessert, always. Let's do this.
So funny.
I'm down for dessert.
Oh my God.
But I mean,
even though we eat at home and we eat good, you still miss that, you know, the outing, the ambiance, you know, just everything. You miss it. You know, the other day, there's an owner of that Legends Wings and Beer or something like that. You know, his business is shut down. He opened the doors for us just to kind of walk through it and reminisce a little bit. And it's sad because he's like, I want to open up, but I'm afraid to. You know, I'm afraid to because you know, we don't want the liquor license taken from us. You know, they've been threatened. So it's important for you know, for us to, but like I said, I walked in there and I'm like, dang, what it's like to be sitting in here and, you know, the TV's on and just everybody talking and having a good time. But I guess it is what it is. What do you do? You know,
it's tough for everybody. I lean towards the side of like, definitely caution, wash your hands, you know, all that good stuff. But, you know, it's life. I mean, in general, people do get sick all the time, and then this is not cold-hearted. I know that, and to live like in that fear, I can't do it. So I live on the other side of the spectrum. I can't live in the fear. Like I refuse to do it.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I do take precaution. You know, I'm visiting my mom. I wash my hands and stuff like that. You know, but I'm not going to stop seeing my mom because the governor said I can't. Sorry, fuck that.
Yeah.
That's my mom. You know, like things like that. That's how I see it. I mean, but you know, everybody has a different opinion. But I love that we can respect each other's opinion. Like I will not look down at anyone that has a different opinion than me. I just have the different opinion of like I'm gonna live my life and enjoy it and help others enjoy theirs too. And you know, like it's something that I hold dear. And I have people in the nursing facilities that have told me the same thing, and I'm like, yeah, but that's something that you guys deal with all the time.
Mm-hmm.
It's something that we've always dealt with.
Yeah.
It's just, now it's more like this is all you got to focus on. Well, yeah, of course you're gonna that your mind's gonna be there, but I respect them. I respect everyone that's in that industry and what they do. I thank God for them because I mean, who else is gonna do that? You know, it's it's not easy, and you know, like I said, I respect it. I respect everybody's opinion, but I lean more towards the other way, and that's my opinion.
Yeah.
I'm not going to wear a mask. Sorry. You know, I've gotten kicked out because I won't wear a mask. So just put it that way. You know what I mean? So but at the same time, I'm like, you know, it's their business. I'm not going to disrespect them. If they say no, then they say no. You know, but it's my choice to wear a mask or not. Do you know what I mean? I'm not gonna.
But I mean, a mask is gonna be now a new thing. Like no shirt, no shoes, no shirt, right?
Yeah, right?
It's gonna be the same thing. Like no mask.
Yeah, in my opinion, then they just not gonna get more income from me. Then I'll take it somewhere else.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like that's just how I roll. But you know, but I don't want to like raise anybody like you know upset. But that's just how I say it, and so. But like I respect everybody. Like if someone was to invite me over and they said, you know, wear a mask, okay, I will do that if I want to go to your house, right?
Right.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like I will do that.
I just want them to open up more places. Not selfishly, I would say yes. I want them to open up more places. My birthday is next week, and I want out of my house.
Oh!
I don't want to be in here anymore. I feel like I'm in a prison. Like I want out of here.
Okay, Sonia, did you hear that? It's her birthday.
Oh God.
Her birthday.
I don't care if I just drive for 20 hours, like just somewhere far where I have
driving somewhere
and let me sit on a rock somewhere. I don't care. Like, I don't want to be here anymore. I want socialization. I want my friends. I want something.
Yeah,
I love my family. Don't get me wrong, but like being in this house, I literally redecorated my table, took out like a million things out of my office. Like
there's only so many things you can do.
I can't. Right. And then all the home decor stores are closed. So I'm like, I can't even buy new furniture because the stores are closed. So
Hobby Lobby,
it's closed.
I'm waiting for that. I think Eva was telling me that you can pick up or something like that. But that's killing me too. I bought a new. You guys know I bought a new house. Well, all my walls are bare. Like the whole walls. So
yep.
It looks like
I went to the Kirkland in Redlands. I went to the Kirklands in Redlands yesterday, and the guy is the sweetest guy. I think he's the manager there.
Is it open?
It's curbside. So a lot of the stuff on the website you can't buy online because it says like it has to ship to you. It's not available for curbside. So I called the store because I wanted these specific Euro pillows. And I'm like, hey, do you have these pillows and these plaques for the wall in stock? Because it says they're in stock, but I have to get them shipped to me. So he pulls it up. The guy goes look for it. He was like, oh yeah, I found it. He's like, we have them. And I said, well, I can't order them online. How do I pick them up? He's like, oh no, don't worry about it. He's like, whatever you want, just come to the door. I'll let you see through the windows. And he goes, whatever you want. So I literally went to the store and I was pointing at him like, I want that chair. those pillows. Yeah. And I was like, what about those? What about those? And he literally was like super sweet guy. He rang up all my stuff, let me use my coupon. It was really good.
I
So
will do that, Eva. Hobby Lobby online.
Do they really have a lot of selection though on the online Hobby Lobby? That's what I'm.
no, I hate their
And
website.
I want to be there.
Yeah, I don't
want
like their website either. I haven't had very much luck on
You
that.
don't
don't
even
like
know.
their
Hobby Lobby, I could sit there for hours and
Yes. Yeah.
going
I know.
through every aisle. Like it's bad.
Yeah.
I know.
It's
I
really
miss that. I miss just wandering around Hobby Lobby.
I know.
Yeah.
So obviously that was our next subject is, what's changed? What's one thing that's changed in your life since quarantine? So obviously it's our shopping, right?
Shopping. I would say shopping habits. Yeah.
for sure. Shopping.
Shopping, what else?
Drinking.
Alcohol consumption.
Drinking. I mean, yesterday I was on a roll cleaning the house, and my husband's like, "Just have some wine. Like, just chill and have some wine." I'm like, "No,
Oh my
you need to clean the house." He's like, "No, just have some wine."
Yeah,
I'm
their
like,
website does suck.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh, dude. Yes. You know what? Well, just the other day, right? We were having our meeting and I was like, is it okay if is it too early?
It's 5 o'clock somewhere.
It's 5 o'clock.
Somewhere.
I'm going to go with that.
Yeah, exactly, right? That's
I'm
funny.
not driving nowhere.
Yeah,
I'm home.
Definitely shopping. Yes, so, Josie, we saw your beautiful Louis Vuitton scarves.
Woo!
Yes.
I saw
We're
that.
all jealous.
Girl.
Our weight, yeah,
All of us.
weight,
All of us.
day drinking, yeah.
If
Yeah,
only we
next
had a
week,
backyard.
we'll have my hats.
Please.
We're going to do that next week, mimosas.
Yeah, we'll have mimosas and we each need our hats, Patsy.
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah. Reminds me.
We
Yeah.
each need our day drinking hats. No, I think for me, it's been more, I think initially when we first got into this, what changed for me was, obviously spending more time and just kind of putting things into perspective. I felt like it was a time to, for us to have an ability to kind of educate ourselves. We had more time to do things that we haven't, been able to do. So I think, just depending on how you looked at it, if you took advantage of it, or like I said, it's either more time to sleep or more time to work and, put more,
Effort.
effort into what you're doing. So absolutely, that was probably one of the biggest things. And I think a lot of people have self-reflection and kind of seen that they maybe didn't spend enough time with their families or maybe spent too much time with their families. I don't know. So everybody's definitely different, but yeah. So, and I've heard different, like I said, different stories, but yeah, so I wanted to actually welcome our guest today. So we are going to get it. Welcome to our show. Hi, Vanessa. Good morning. We wanted to welcome you to our show. Thank you for joining us this morning. How are you?
I'm doing good. Just, hanging in there.
Yeah. Well, at least you have home-based business. So that's the nice thing that, being that you have a home-based business, then you can, but the only thing that's hard now is you not only have the home-based business, but you have your family there.
Ooh, I like that.
Yes.
So,
That looks nice.
It is very challenging. But I think it shows like when you really have a passion for something, no matter what obstacles you have to do or what you have to get done, you get it done. So that way you can pull through and do what you have your passion, what your passion is. Because everyone always asks me like, how do you do it? You have 5 kids, they're home all the time. They're all under 10 years old, all the way down to my youngest is 3. So it's like, how do you do it? And it's like, well, it's a passion of mine. So it's not like something that it's like a burden, you know. It's more like that actually takes me to my happy place. You know, that's something that's tapped in me. So yeah, but it has been more challenging because usually I would work around the kids being at school.
Right.
And now that they're home 24/7, it's like they just got to deal with me and my schedule. They have to deal with my schedule. So
tell them, how long have you been baking? So, before you go there, so for those of you that don't know, Vanessa's my younger sister, and so it's crazy because I'm 10 years older than her, so we really didn't grow up together, you know, because by the time she was, you know, older, I was already, you know, moved on, you know, into my life. So it's kind of weird. So you kind of catch up at one point, you know, because once you get older, you know, you kind of catch up at that point. And she always helped me with my kids when they were babies, and now her kids are, you know, older too. So it's the phases are completely, you know, we're in different times of our lives. So just wanted to share that with you guys. But anyways, Vanessa, tell them how long you've been doing this and how you got started.
Well, I've been baking for, I would say, over 15 years.
Oh, wow.
It started out just baking, you know, for my family, for the kids in the family, you know, birthday celebrations. And then as people started, you know, seeing the cakes I was doing, it became more like a business. So that it's been a long time. Now I look back, it's been a long time. But it's been a joy. I really enjoy it.
Yeah, no, and I mean, her food is delicious, and I think the kids look forward to it because they're like, "Oh, my birthday's coming up. Tell her I want this kind of cake, or tell her I want this." You know, they all wanted to put in their orders because they already knew, you know, that she would definitely, you know, that was something that she would always do for them. So they were pretty excited about that.
And you just got a new follower.
Yeah. And
nice.
Patsy says hi.
Hi, Patsy.
Well,
I think it's in our blood too, Sonia. I think like the entrepreneur in us, like if you look at all of us, we pretty much we all have our own like little business where we don't want to be under someone else's authority. I don't know if that's a good thing or bad thing. We want to be our own boss.
Yeah.
But it's fun. It really is. I actually started going to school for pastries. I just went to school for pastry at the Art Institute, but then it kind of opened up the doors for other things and showed me the savory side of cooking. And that's another passion. I love to cook. I love being in the kitchen, which sounds maybe nuts to some people because they're like, oh my God, I hate cooking, you know, but that's something that I love to do. And that is something I'm working on. I noticed that you guys were talking about during the quarantine time. That's actually helped me reflect and it's actually giving me more time that I'm home to write down my goals as far as where I want to go with my business. With Savory, I do see myself being a top chef in a restaurant, my own restaurant. So it's opened my mind. My time has been spent focusing on where I'm going from here. Like, what am I going to do? You know? And I did take a break, like I said, from everything because I had my kids like back to back. I think I was pregnant like every year for like 5 years. It seems like for every time I'd be like, Sonia, I'm pregnant again. She's like, oh my God, again, you know? And so I kind of just had to take a break because, you know, my body, my kids, they needed me. And so I kind of put myself on the back burner, you would say, as a mom. I think a lot of us moms do that. Mm-hmm. And now I'm like, okay, my kids are getting older. Like, and during this time, I have the time just to be home to plan where I want to go, you know, with my business and what else I want to do, you know, for me.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's been a good experience as far as that. Yeah.
And then tell us about Bobby, what he's doing.
And then my husband, he actually he's been doing like woodwork. He's always been really handy. I mean, he could fix anything, even if it's with tape. Like he'll like let me find a solution. Like he he'll get it done. You know, he's very savvy. He's a Marine, so I think it's military. They have like this thing in them where it's like, I gotta get it done. I can do it. I could do anything, you know, except for plumbing. I'll tell you, I hope he doesn't watch this, but he's not that great at plumbing.
Personally, I wouldn't want to know plumbing. I'm like, nope.
There's water everywhere. So, but he actually has gotten visions and of things to build. And one of his last things that he had a vision of was a cross. I think it's displayed on there where it has a cross in the middle of the American flag. And he just got in his little workshop in the garage and he just started playing with the wood and he came up with that sign with the cross on the flag. And so then he started making those. Yeah.
And let me tell you something. I had Matthias, on his 3rd birthday, I had him a Toy Story party. And he shows up with a homemade, because I was trying to find it on Amazon and I was not going to find what I was looking for. And he shows up with a homemade claw machine. He made the claw machine and I still have it. I actually use it because he has every toy you can imagine for Toy Story. And he has every size. So he has the minis and then the miniatures and then this size and then the full size. So he has every toy you could imagine, but I use it as his toy box for his Toy Story stuff. And it's cool. The claw. And it's so neat. And like I said, so she's right. When you give him a thought and he definitely, you know, can make it happen. So, and he's done a lot of different stuff. Like he just, you know, I've seen his chalk painting of different stuff. Like, and I know you guys do that together. So, I mean, they're really, really creative. And like you said, I like to say that I think we're all pretty creative. It's just for me, I don't have the patience for that. If I have to do it, I'll do it, but it's more for me a relaxation thing. But I just don't have the time, you know, to do it. But like Vanessa, my daughter was named after my sister Vanessa. Okay, so my daughter Vanessa, they're like, your daughter. I'm like, Vanessa. So anyhow, it's like she's so creative too, you know, when she does so much. And like I said, so I think it's just something that you either have or you don't, you know, type of thing. But yeah, what she actually sent home one of those crosses with my mom, and my mom brought it to me yesterday, and it's so nice. Like it's so, I mean, the quality of it, and it's gorgeous. It's absolutely gorgeous. So and I don't even know what they cost or anything like that, but yeah, very nice. Very, very nice. Very well made.
That's pretty.
So
yeah. Each one that he does do, he does put a lot of heart into it. He did make some for his Marine brothers, you know, that served with him, and when they got it, they were like, "Oh my God!" You know, just to have something from a former Marine brother, it's like it was really special and from the heart. But yeah, he really, I mean, he even makes benches, you know, the rustic benches that he's actually working on one. Maybe I could share later with Sonia so you guys can see it. But really anything, you give him dimensions and tell him, hey, I want this built. He's like, okay, you know, he figures it out. He sketches it out and he builds it. And so he's really crafty.
So he can do like pretty much any kind of sign you want if it's out of wood, right?
Right.
Yeah.
And he actually Dremels the like the Marine Corps sign, the Army sign, like whatever you want on there, and he can engrave it. He actually just completed one for a correctional officer that was part of the Vegas shooting. He actually got shot a couple of times, but he survived. He was one of the survivors. And it's just so funny how you cross people's paths that you know you never would have unless you were actually working in your talent, in your passion, you know.
Yeah.
And so it was an honor to do that, you know, to make one for somebody that went through a tragic accident. So
maybe we can ask him to do, and he works full time too. So it's not that he's at home making his wood all day. He's a correctional officer at a jail, so he's busy all day long. So you can imagine it's probably something that probably puts his mind at ease too.
Yeah.
you know, while he's doing it, you know, because it takes his mind off, I'm sure, whatever he's exposed to on a daily basis. So that's you know, that's nice too. But me and Brenda Brenda sent me a picture of these post signs that were made out of wood. Remember, Brenda? You're like, we need to get some of these.
I was like, we need this in the office. It's great.
So
Yeah.
maybe you know what, Vanessa? I just had an idea. I'm gonna let you know afterwards. So
Oh,
we,
Sonia and her ideas.
I know.
I know.
I'm like, I already know.
don't get me started.
I'm like,
You know how
oh,
that
what happened?
goes.
These people
Yeah,
like balls,
I start thinking crazy stuff, but yeah, no, we'll definitely talk about it. I'll send you the picture too that Brenda sent me. Maybe it's something that he can do, and we'll see what the cost is and see if it's cost effective.
Okay.
So we can take a look at that as well. So, but yeah, thank you, Vanessa. Thank you for joining us this morning. We appreciate it. And like I said, maybe one day you can, because she is into Hatchippy, so that's why sometimes now that she's moved, so it is tougher. But she does deliver, so if
Yeah.
it's worth her while, she'll drive out here and bring it. So we'll see when the next time you come, maybe you can bring us something.
Yeah, definitely.
So,
Yeah, this is her page.
and then Patsy wants a cross. She said.
I know. She actually requested a Dodger one. So he's working on that. He's actually coming out with
Oh,
something.
nice.
So with the
Yeah.
Dodgers. So
Awesome. That's really cool. Really.
Yeah.
thank you for thinking of me.
Yeah. No, absolutely. Okay, well, have a good day, Vanessa. Thank you for joining us.
Yes.
Thank
Thank you for
too.
coming.
All right, bye.
Bye. Bye. Bye. Okay, you guys. Well, it's almost that time. Can you believe it?
I know, it went by so fast.
It's crazy.
Really did.
Yes. It's like today, yeah, it's already gone. So I got so many things, and Jessica got to get ready for her training today.
Yes.
Yay.
I know, you were talking about social media stuff and how small businesses need to be like online. And I was like, oh, you can just join the Canva training.
Yeah. No, and it's true. You know what? And that's the thing. Canva can be used by any type of business.
Not just realtors.
Because right now you want to reach out to your audience on social media because it's a huge thing. But yeah. So for those of you that are interested, she is doing a Canva training, and let me just tell you that she is Patsy, that she is amazing with it. She really is. And I actually have a couple, I guess they're teenagers because they're 18, 19, that are going to be joining as well because they're going to be learning. Because again, I have so many ideas. And so I'm like, look, you guys need to get with it, get with the program. So, so I just want to, anyone take advantage because any little piece of information, obviously, that you learn is always helpful in your business. You can never have too much information. So if you want to join her today at noon, that would be awesome. And she would, I'm sure you're going to learn a few things. So she's going to do a presentation, and then she is going to
demonstrate.
The rocks on Canva. Yes, she does.
And it's done.
Yeah, and she's going to show them, and then she's also going to kind of go like live with it and kind of like maneuver. I think that's kind of usually the best type of training is when you actually see it being done. You kind of get a feel for. Because I know when I logged into Canva the first time, I was like, "What the?"
Yeah,
there's
so many a lot of features,
stuff.
But you can get lost. So I'm glad we're doing like a training because a lot of people ask me, and I'm like, Canva, and then they go, "What?" But how do you even do this? And I'm like, do you have a couple hours?
Yeah, exactly. So, all right, you guys. Well, like I said, it's been beautiful. It's been fun, and
a lot of laughs.
Yeah, have a great day. And unless you guys have anything else to say, we will see you next Wednesday.
Yep, we'll see you next Wednesday.
Bye. Have a beautiful day, everybody.
You had. I don't know what you had, but I need whatever you had.